something else which I can't believe is this first hot take, right? Because it is submitted to us via James_McGrath_20 on Instagram, who says Brock Lesnar should be Cena's final opponent. It makes sense story-wise. Now, I'm actually not going to dispute the second half of that sentence, because based on the story they have told, it does make sense. But in actuality, Clark, I don't want to see a single universe where Brock Lesnar retires John Cena. Why, oh why, in the words of you, what are we doing here if this is the case?
I can't. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed in the idea of Lesnar versus Cena as the final match. I hear the hot take. I get why. It scares me to death that this is going to be the case. Please, I'm begging. I'm asking as much as I can ask. Please, not Cena Lesnar for the final match. Anything but that virtually. I've been critical of other ideas. This is as bad as any of them. It's not worse than Cardona, but just only marginally. Just not Lesnar. Don't do that. I want to see Cena's final match look closer to what happened with AJ recently. And I don't know who needs to be on the other end of it, but it's not Brock Lesnar. And that's where my head's at on this. I'm just begging. Absolutely no.
I really, really hope this isn't the case, because I'm on the same wavelength, to you. I don't want to see it happen, but it could well happen. It's not out of the realm of possibilities, because look, he has 4 dates left. So they have, not only that, 3 of those dates, by the way, are Survivor Series. 2 Raws before Survivor Series, then Survivor Series, and then suddenly his final match. So how are we going to tell a story in that time? I'm not going to go on another rant about it. I did it the other day. But the fact is, it's going to have to be a story which has already been created, which they are building on. And that's why it does scare me. It could be the case. Samir.30 over on Instagram has the same fear as well. But I agree with Fernando Zayas. Cena should be putting over a hot young talent. But Angie, what is your thoughts on this?
Honestly, I don't like the idea of giving Lesnar 2 retirement matches. Like, he already got The Undertaker. He don't need John Cena too. Like, I feel like it would be to a point where it's going to be overkill for him. Like, I think if anything, I feel like someone else should be that last match for him. Heck, I would even like I would like it more if it was like, say, Rey Mysterio or something, because they also had a pretty nice rivalry at one point as well. It was more friendly than it was like, that butting heads kind of thing, like it was with like Randy Orton or Edge or anything like that. But I would rather it be something like that, to where like he has a proper send off, not Brock Lesnar, because oh boy, he will never let it down. Like, it was the same thing with The Undertaker. It would be the same thing with John Cena. Like, Brock Lesnar will absolutely eat up the attention that he would get for it. Maybe they might do it just for that reason, but at the same time, like, I feel like it would just be really disappointing.
I do completely agree with you. And if they were to do, to your point, someone like an Edge, I don't think it's possible to make it happen. But if it was, that would just be a complete, perfect way to end it.
Given the Andrade conversations we had this week, I think Edge is even now further out of the equation than he was at one stage.
I'm going to be honest, Clark. I thought you were about to suggest Andrade.
No,
you started that sentence.
No. I'm just saying, given those conversations.
Andrade.
No. For me, I think the most. What my hope would be, this isn't my prediction, my hope would be you get Cena and Dom IC title, check the last box on the list at Survivor Series in San Diego. Makes perfect sense with Dom Mysterio, as Angie mentioned, the history with Rey as well.
Yeah.
And then I think the final match is actually Sheamus.
Sheamus.
Given the IC title thing, and to sort of reinsert Sheamus back into the main event picture, because Sheamus isn't retiring anytime soon. Sheamus is still going. We've mentioned age stuff earlier this week on not this program, but a separate one on this platform. And I actually think Sheamus would make a lot of sense here. He's not the young talent that necessarily you're looking for, Ben, but the story adds up. He's able to win the Grand Slam. It reinserts him back into the mid card. It moves him back up into a position that he should be in. And it's something I think he also kind of deserves.
For those of you who weren't watching, I think Friday's show, Clark got himself in a little bit of trouble for stealing Anthony's take and claiming it as his own. Well, in this case, either DCX Warlord or Numero One, I think it was Numero One Superfly actually, suggested that exact same thing multiple times on our comments. But I do love it. I love it when they say it, and I love it when you said it, Clark, too, because it does make sense. It would complete two stories. I don't think Sheamus needs it.
Now that one I didn't
like,
steal from Anthony, by the
Lesnar.
way. I actually called the Sheamus thing in like way back when I first said that Dom would be at Survivor Series. I called it long before Anthony said that one.
Podcast Grifter isn't where I saw it, but Podcast Grifter's apparently saying it as well. I think it was Numero One Superfly who's been saying it.
Yeah, if you go back hundreds of episodes, well before 1,000.
Hundreds.
And look,
wow.
I first suggested the final match being Sheamus in like May.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. I take it back. I take it back.
I've suggested 5 or 6 others as the final match since. So if you want to say that, then yeah, you can do that. But I absolutely did suggest it for the first time months on end ago.
Fair enough.
I'm kind of sad about
backing you up. Yes. What is it?
I'm kind of sad of the fact that we can't have Triple H be that final match. Like, I know he's retired. I get it. I know he's too busy just running the company at this point. But
Triple H's retirement tour is the finger point photos. That's what the retirement tour he got for his career. That's
but it would be so cool if it was, though. It would have been really cool if we had that one last chance to see Triple H versus John Cena, because that was also a really big rivalry. Actually, if anything, you know what I like most about this retirement tour for John Cena?
What?
I love the fact that every match that he winds up being in, he has this moment with his opponent where they're pulling the finishers for previous rivalries and everything. I love the callbacks. It's so wonderful, because all of the ones that Cena does, especially in the match with AJ Styles, is all the ones that he had to be put through. Like seeing him put the accolade on AJ Styles. Like I saw someone did like an edit to where like it was like the top part was the actual match and then a previous match with that rivalry. Like it was so wonderful. I thought that was a really nice touch.
Was. And yeah, in an ideal world, I'd absolutely love to see Triple H be the final match for John Cena, but of course, he's got a pacemaker now. Forget Peacemaker. It would be Peacemaker versus Pacemaker. So that one's not really on the cards.
Oh, wow, that was good.
And you were saying Eugene Cena. And Kafka's K is saying Rock does make sense history-wise as well. I don't think it's possible, though. I just don't think he's got the time, does he, really? But I don't know.